You know that feeling, right? You're deep in your workflow. Everything's going great, and then your computer just grinds to a halt. Well, today we're going to fix that. We are diving into one of the biggest culprits behind a slow PC, high CPU usage.
Oh yeah, we've all been there. You're just trying to get something done, maybe browse a website or open a simple file, and your computer suddenly feels like it's trudging through mud. If your mouse starts to stutter, the fans are screaming, and everything is lagging, yep, that's a pretty good sign your CPU is completely overwhelmed.
So, what even is CPU usage? The easiest way to think about it is that your CPU is the computer's brain. It does all the heavy lifting, all the processing. CPU usage is just a measurement of how much of that brain power is being used. And when that number gets pinned to the max, especially on easy tasks, your whole system just bogs down.
Don't worry, we've got a game plan to get your machine back in fighting shape. We're going to start with the super quick fixes. Then we'll tackle those annoying apps that slow down your startup. After that, we'll get into some more advanced tweaks and finish up with some long-term habits to keep things running smoothly.
All right, let's get right to it. First up, the quickest fixes. Seriously, think of these as the emergency first aid for your slow computer. They're simple, they're fast, and honestly, they work a surprising amount of the time.
So step 1, the oldest trick in the book, just restart your computer. You'd be amazed. If that doesn't cut it, it's time to bring out the big guns. Task Manager. Just hit Control, Shift, and Escape all at once. This is your mission control. Click on the CPU column to sort by what's using the most power. See a program at the top that's hogging everything? If you're not using it, just click it and hit End Task.
But why is rebooting so effective? Well, it's basically giving your system a fresh start. It force quits any weird processes that might have gotten stuck in a loop, shuts down all those background apps that you forgot were even open, and just clears out any temporary software gremlins. It's like a power nap for your PC.
Okay, but if you're tired of having to end the same tasks every single time you start your computer, let's move on to a more permanent solution. It's time to take charge of what's allowed to launch when your PC boots up.
And let me tell you, the difference this makes is night and day. On the left, you've got a typical startup. Everything's trying to load at once. Discord, Spotify, Slack, you know the drill. But on the right, a clean boot with just the essentials. That means a computer that's ready to go in seconds, not minutes.
And getting this done is so easy. Open up Task Manager again, that's Control-Shift-Escape, and this time, click on the Startup Apps tab. You'll see a whole list of programs that want to start with Windows. Just go down that list. See something you don't need the second you log in, right-click it and hit Disable. Done. This will make your boot times so much faster.
All right, ready to get your hands a little dirty? We're about to go a level deeper. This is where you can really start to fine-tune things by looking at the hidden engine room of your computer, Windows Services. Okay, but before we go any further, a really, really important heads up. Messing with these services can, and I mean can, break things if you're not careful. So the number one rule here is, if you have no idea what something does, just leave it alone. Seriously.
Now with that warning out of the way, here are a few that are usually pretty safe to disable, depending on how you use your PC. Take the print spooler. It's always running, just in case you decide to print. If you don't even have a printer connected, why waste the resources? Same goes for all the Xbox services. If you don't play games on your PC, they're just sitting there doing nothing. Turning off things you don't use frees up that precious CPU power for what you actually want to do.
So we've put out the immediate fires. Now it's time to talk about fire prevention. Let's shift gears to the long-term habits that will keep your computer healthy, secure, and snappy for years to come.
Now here's a sneaky one you might not think about. Sometimes high CPU usage isn't caused by a normal program at all. It could be hidden malware, secretly running in the background and chewing up all your resources. This is why a full system scan is absolutely your first line of defense.
And running a scan is super easy. Just pop open your Start menu and type Windows Security. Once you're in, click on Virus and Threat Protection, and then look for Scan options. Make sure you pick Full Scan. It takes longer, but it does a much deeper check to find anything that might be hiding.
Beyond just security scans, basic maintenance is everything. You got to keep your stuff updated. That means Windows itself, all your apps, your graphics drivers, everything. Even your system BIOS, which is like the foundational software for your motherboard. Developers are constantly patching bugs and improving performance, so staying updated is basically a free speed boost.
One last tip, and this one is a bit more extreme. You can actually go into your PC's power plan and set a hard cap on your CPU's maximum speed. Now there's a big trade-off here.
It's a great way to reduce fan noise or lower temperatures for sure, but it will directly slash your computer's top-end performance. So, use this one wisely.
So, let's wrap this all up. What's the big takeaway here? It's simple, really. When it comes to your PC's performance, you are in command.
See, a slow computer and high CPU usage, it's not some unsolvable mystery. It's not magic. From a simple reboot all the way to tweaking system services, you now have a whole toolkit to figure out what's wrong and, most importantly, to fix it yourself. You have the power to make your PC run exactly how you want it to. You've just learned how to wrangle your CPU and take back control of your computer. So the only real question left is, with all this newfound power, what are you going to optimize next?